morning and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. I am your host Shenell Felix, and this morning we have been chatting with the Scrap Iron Dealers Association President, Mr. Allan Ferguson. Good morning and welcome back, Mr. Ferguson. Now, before we left off for the break, you were speaking about the sustainable aspects of the Scrap Iron Dealers Association as well as the overall scrap metal industry. You were talking about elements such as recycling and moving into other areas outside of scrap metals like paper and plastic recycling. Have you spoken to any other sustainable organizations that do this recycling job locally, and have you discussed the possibility of partnering to create big factories where you are able to process these materials?
Well, to tell you, one of the things is that our Scrap Iron Association, people think that is because it's not a recycling body, but our industry is a recycling body. But when we was going to register, we was rushing, and we end up naming the scrap dealers. But really, we do recycling. Our members is full of people who do paper, do plastic. We have people who also in oil and different things is our members in this industry. So it's not to say that we've been for years we have members who also do paper and do all these things. But what we want to do now, we want to revelize it, meaning that other people who is our members want to go into it, to push it to be a more, not just three or four people doing plastic or paper, but more than and just four or five people, so that company. So that is why we say we want to able to push that and push that other
Right.
recycling into our organization more than the scrap, So we want to be like a recycling company, like a recycling association where we have a lot of different members doing a lot of different things, and all these things will be exported out of Trinidad to bring in foreign exchange, Trinidad and Tobago to bring in foreign exchange. It will
Right.
also help out with all the gums that we know in Trinidad and Tobago that's full and packed. We now will come now to assist that will help in them to get rid of some of these weights that come into the dump. And these is very important thing, because some people look at we, as garbage people. But the whole thing about it, I say if you go places like, it looks like China or Singapore, excuse, and you walk in the road, sometimes somebody throw down a piece of paper on the ground. Somebody behind pick it up and put it in a bag, because it's so important for them to recycle paper and all different things in different countries. That's why cleaner, it's clean is a clean environment, and that's what we want to do for Trinidad and Tobago, and that's my objective, And we have other projects that we're working on, because Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean, where they have a lot of ships sinking all in the sea all over in the Caribbean and Trinidad, where I have plenty. And this is
Right.
our major big project, the shipping project, where we will go in and clean up the sea from all these big ships. And
All right.
we will
Mr.
have,
Ferguson, even as it pertains to this conversation that you are asking for the audience with the Prime Minister and the Minister of Trade, do you have a proposal readily on hand for everything that you've discussed here that you would like to see implemented by the government? You also spoke about, those connections with Singapore and being the leaders in the Latin American region. How can that assist you with some of the funding and resources that you need to truly build out the industry?
well, I will tell you, our association will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars putting all these proposals together. We would have to hire different people, because we do have the skills with all in our organization. And because of that, we would have to bring in a lot of people. We had people here from all different countries, all parts of the world work with our projects that we want to do. As I tell you, we as a member the recycling organization, which is a member with every single country in the world is a member, and these are the countries, these are the um, um, recycling conference that we go all over the world every year. We meet up different people. We will meet up people who making different equipments, and that is why we will have so much of different new equipments in our yard. All these things will come because of our association operating, working to make this industry a better industry. As I say, we have all the proposals, and you need to understand, we will go and talk to prime ministers. We will go to talk to other countries in the Caribbean to make sure when we put in these proposals together, the Caribbean understand. We want them to be part of it because the Caribbean do have these facilities. That's how we have in Trinidad and Tobago. So we, as the number one recycling company in organization in the Caribbean, we want to make here the Mecca where everybody from the Caribbean bring the material to Trinidad, and we sort it out and send it. And we is working with big ship companies to make sure that all these things will come together. So it's just about trying to get the government to work with us and assist with us that we could make this industry one of the industries that could employ thousands of people. And it is an industry is that you see what does already, but you see every community, you see people driving van, picking up material and doing all kind of thing. All we want to do is expand it to other things that they could do. So more people will get more work, more vans will be out there cleaning up the environment and the communities. These are the things that we want to do. And this is not just talk. We already have the proposal in video and in writing already to show them, because we approach the other government, we approach the PLM government and show them already, and to be fair with them, we would get the land space already to start to operate with our shipping project. So it's just a matter of because of the industry is shut down, we get some hold back and we have to start over again. But otherwise, we have these things, and with my leadership and my team work hard to put all these things together. It's not easy, It's something that each Trinidad and Tobago understand. We get the assistance here. They will see something, a revolution in the recycling industry that they will never see because we go outside and we see what's going on. And I'm saying this is an industry to help to employ thousands of people. And as I said, this is the only industry in Trinidad and Tobago that the poor people have remained. All the rest, they have taken it away from us. And because I stick to the original and stick to the community and everything that we have, this industry break it down to the small man getting the money, because the only industry that a man could have a wheelbarrow and walk around a yard and pick up something and go to a scrap yard and sell something to feed the family, they have nothing to eat, And this is an industry that poor people don't need to get no permission, don't need to get nothing to able to take a van and go on all in the ravine and all about and pick up things and make honest day work, And this is what is stifling, something that people could find employment by taking 3 and 4 fellas off the street and going and make an honest day work.
Understood.
This is what is stifling for years. And I am saying is that we want to get to the government to understand this. This must change.
All right. Well, Mr. Ferguson, we want to thank you so much for your time this morning, and we hope that our platform could help to echo your sentiments, and so that not only the people would know what the issues are surrounding the scrap metal industry, but the leaders that are we have selected by electing them would listen and give you that meeting that you have written and requested for. So again, we want to thank you for your time this morning. Guys, we're going to take a quick break right here and we'll be back right after this. See you soon.